Is everybody enjoying their lunch? Thanks again to the Eckert family for making this venue available for us. There were 18 people nominated this year for the Hall of Fame. The committee had a job ahead of them, but the 7 people that they selected for this year's induction represent thousands of hours of service to our community here in Vista. And you can get up and you can talk about each and every one of these people for 15 minutes and not cover everything that they've accomplished or contributed to our community. Unfortunately, it's my duty to tell you you only have 3 minutes. And this is not like the Academy Awards. The music's not going to get louder and louder and louder. You go over your 3 minutes, I have to call Guido from the back room. He has a limousine out front. When everybody's up here talking, let's give them our attention because this is a very important event for all 7 of our honorees. So, without anything further, I'd like to call Judy Biber. There's Judy. Judy, did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, I am Judy Biber. My name is Adams. My dad owned the Adams Hancock Station in Middle Vista, which is probably known as Sexton University. But this afternoon we're here to honor my grandfather. It's a pleasure of mine to be able to speak for him at this induction into the Hall of Fame. A wonderful tribute. Thomas Joseph Adams was born on September 11th of 1891 in Louisville, Kentucky. My grandfather lost his father at age 2, and his mother married when he was age 4 and was raised with his stepfather and his 2 sons. My grandfather was quite a scholar. He graduated from the University of Virginia in 1960 with a degree in chemical engineering. After graduation, he went to work in Alcoa, Tennessee. After graduation, he was a metallurgist, which I have a hard time saying. He became for Alcoa aluminum. After only a year and a half, he became assistant general to the superintendent of the company. He met my grandmother, Jane Tinel. While in Tennessee and married June 5th, 1918. In 1919, my grandfather, while working for Alcoa, was part of a chemical explosion and was hospitalized. Due to the damage caused by the explosion, it was recommended that he move to a drier climate, and that's what brought our family to California. Their first home would be in California. He began working in China Lake. Moved to Torrance, California, where he would work for 16 years with Columbia Steel. He raised 4 sons, Tom, Jim, my father, Carl, and Charles. All 4 sons served in the military and honors. They all took after their father with hard work, devotion for everything that they did. His business history includes Vice President of Rose Press Fruit Exchange, technical control for C.H. Sugar, 16 years with Columbia Steel as a work metallurgist. He was part of the FAA Scots, American Foundry Men's Association, American Society of Metallurgists, Board of Directors for the Torrance Rotary Club, Charity of Club Services and Classification Committees. Not knowing the time frame, my grandmother was also found time to teach metallurgy at Berkeley during World War II. I am amazed at all he accomplished. While in Torrance, grandfather found a little piece of paradise in a small town called Vista. He purchased an avocado ranch and moved his family. In 1946, grandfather was elected to the BID. He spent 25 years with the BID, 20 years as their president. During this time at the BID, he was instrumental in the purchase of Lake Henshaw. Lake Henshaw is a reservoir for San Diego County. Becoming a complete Vista, Grandpa was also a member of the Vista Masonic Lodge, Shriners, and the Community Church of Vista. A few facts of my grandfather: he loved tomatoes with sugar on them and ate them every day at lunchtime. In the evening, he would sit in his recliner, cigar always present for those that knew him. You would be able to identify with that. He would have a root beer float also every night for dessert, without fail. My grandmother spoiled him. He burned holes in everything he wore because the cigar was always hanging out of his mouth. He was a terrible driver, and anybody that would be in his path, he would mow down. I can't tell you how often my dad would have to fix the things in their yard because grandfather had been there and plowed right into it again. My grandfather pretended to be a grumpy old man, but the little ones did get to him in the end. Grandpa passed away July 20th, 1974. Thank you so much for honoring Thomas Joseph Adams, my grandfather.
And now, to the Barrett family, I'd like to introduce Jim and Bob Barrett.
Mr. Murphy told us we had 3 minutes. I didn't take him seriously, but then he mentioned Guido, so I have to change my brother Bob and I are truly honored to be here today to represent our family and grandfather and grandmother Barrett. It's truly a great honor, and I'm honored to be able to speak with you and share some things. We miss them dearly, their great grandparents, and their legacy lives on in our family. One of the things I noticed in the picture is they're standing in front of their airplane. If you notice, they talk about them being the flying Barretts. Well, if you notice, grandfather's standing there looking over grandmother's shoulder, and she's got the map. So behind the great man is a woman pushing and shoving, but that legacy that they left behind is the Barretts. The women behind them, and so we tend to think of grandfather as the leader of the Pine State Markets, but grandmother being there by his side and helping to build that company and just the legacy of our family. So we're very honored to be here today, and just thank you so much for the honor, and our family is very proud of this.
I'm Donna Fields, and I am Barrett's niece. My stepmother was Phyllis Barrett Harvey, and she was my mother until she died, my stepmother, until she died of ovarian cancer, was a teacher at Palomar College. But that picture with the airplane was taken down in Borrego Springs on the airstrip, which they had a home down there. And I remember when it was taken.
Thank you. And our next honoree is Paul Campbell. And son, Paul. Paul is on the way up. I want to make a quick commercial for the museum. Recently, we've had some volunteer groups from the Trade Tech High School and the North Coast Church going to do some wonderful things out there. If you haven't been to the museum in a while, you ought to come see us now. It's looking really good. Paul?
Thank you, Pat.
Paul, remember 3 minutes.
As Judy Ritter will remember, I can't even say hello, how are you in 3 minutes. And we usually get 5 minutes when I was on council. I want to thank everyone who's come out today. It's a wonderful testament to the love people have for the city of Vista. It's also wonderful for me to see so many people that I remember when I was significantly younger and thinner. None of you have changed, so I think that's really special as well. I want to thank, of course, the Society for choosing both of my parents to be honored this year. Dad, of course, was the more public face in my family. He was the one that served on the school district board and on the irrigation district board, but he had a strong partner in my mother. And so I want to start with a brief story about her that's not in the program, so you'll have to listen to this one. I was lovingly conceived at some point in the fall of 1958. And for those of you that don't know this, there was a time when women may not have been considered the equals of men. After my mother began to show during the late December break, the then school superintendent, Bill Shalecki, there are a few left who remember that name, came by to rescue where she was the secretary and told her, well, what's your last day, Dorothy? You obviously got to quit, you're with child. And she looked at him and she said, well, why would I quit? The baby will be due in June. And by the way, the baby's me. The baby will be due in June. Why am I quitting? Well, you're pregnant. We can't have children seeing a pregnant woman in public. The under 50 crowd will find this humorous, but those of us who remember a different time, especially the ladies, will not find this so humorous because Superintendent Shalecki was dead serious. And it actually took a little pushback from Mom, who was never known for her shyness, before he backed off and agreed, you'll appreciate this, ladies, that as long as she remained seated behind her desk whenever a child came into the office, she could continue to work until May of 1959. Now that's a true story. The fact that my mother was willing to stand up to someone who was extremely strong-willed himself probably gives you a good flavor of the kind of woman that she was. Now Dad had a different kind of determination. He had seen all the horrors of war in World War II, many comrades killed and of course, and he never lost his sense of the inherent dignity of human beings. He could look at someone and find the good in anybody. As a teenager, of course, I found that extremely strange because most adults were just crazy anyway when you're 16. And I finally asked him, Dad, is there no one that you could say anything bad about? And one of the few times I ever heard him swear, he said, well, that Hitler was a shit. I think he was trying not to be funny, but I thought, God, he couldn't even condemn Hitler. Both of my parents worked very hard for this town, and for me to be able to accept this honor on their behalf is really special. And again, I thank you all for coming. I congratulate all of the others that are being inducted today and in the past, and wish you all a great afternoon. Thank you very much.
Good job, Paul.
And the Carr family in 10. I'm looking wrong way.
Good afternoon. Some of you here knew my father Dan, and you are all very aware of his character, achievements, and service to the city of Vista, which are beautifully written out in our program today. For those of you who did not know him, I can tell you that he was an honorable, kind, and generous man, a loving husband and father, a steadfast and caring friend, a well-respected and successful businessman, and that he was extremely grateful for all the blessings in his life. My dad believed that he had a duty to work for the betterment of the city that had given him so many opportunities and resulted in his success. He was proud to be elected he was proud to be an elected and appointed official of the city of Vista. He would be honored and humbled today by the recognition of his service and achievements. On behalf of my mother, my brother, and my sister and I, thank you everyone who came out to celebrate my dad, and to the board of the Vista Historical Society, thank you for electing Daniel Bennett Carr to the Vista Hall of Fame.
And Michael Bosch.
Well, good afternoon. My name is John Michael Koch.
Up the mic.
Closer.
There we go.
Yep. My name is John Michael Koch. I am here today with my brother George Morton Koch, my sister Jane Ann Koch, and my younger brother Bob Van Koch, along with my daughter, her family,
My mic. Closer. Can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our entire family couldn't be here. Marjorie Koch is a name synonymous with many organizations in Vista, from the Women's Club, Boys and Girls Club, Vista Historical Society, Blooming. She was a great organizer. I remember receiving cards after her recent death from organizations that said that she, being on the founding committees for some of these organizations, they found the rules and regulations that we're still using today to help guide. My mother enjoyed working with these organizations, putting on the luncheons. She would have enjoyed being here today. She and my father were here at the inaugural event here at Vista Elementary Club, and it's still a beautiful place to come today. She would have been very pleased with the company that she was with, her very good friends, that she's known. Anybody that has been involved with Vista was involved with, we would find out rather well. We really want to express our gratitude. Mom was nominated for this a couple of times in the past, and she turned it down because she didn't feel that she had done enough yet in her lifetime to deserve the honor. And we're just so very glad that we've been able to accept it on her behalf at this time. Again, we're just really pleased, really honored to have been part, to have our family be part of this community for so long. And help support us today. Thank you.
Are you aware that the Vista Historical Society's museum is available for your next function? Wedding receptions are held there, reunions are held there, other parties are held there, corporate retreats are held there. Okay, that's my commercial.
You're
Donna
taking my-
Escalante is going to be our next speaker. Donna?
I can see that we're going to have to cut back to the bare minimum of what I've written about Pat Richardson. I'm an old and dear friend of hers, and many years you know her. You could go over her, and I'm looking around the room, and I see some members of her church, and my church also, the Anglican Church of Resurrection, and Father Bill Vandenberger and his wife Sue are here to honor that. And Dr. Richard Bowman and his wife Gail. Father Bowman was here for All Saints Episcopal Mystic for a long, long time when my parents were living. And some other members of the church are nice. So let me see. Oh, the sun must have been shining on that day in 1952 when Patricia Richardson arrived in Vista. Passage immediately fell in love with both people and places and wanted to do her share. And that is an understatement. That love affair is still going strong after 64 years. Pat's husband, Bob, worked over here by St. Market, a place where on Saturday morning you could always find a number of high school students congregating in this very small town just to get together like a mini social club, hoping that Nellie Smith and Ann Bakery would pass out free cookies. I see a couple of heads nodding, yes, they remember. It was wonderful. Pat, new in town, quickly made friends and began what turned out to be a lifetime service to others. I'll mention just a few, there were many more, but no. And I thought this was really interesting. Tri-City Hospital, that was among the very first group of pink ladies. All volunteers were required to have X-rays before they could associate with patients, and they were issued badges. Pat's badge was number 8. I can imagine how many pink ladies came under that number 8. I'm sure it's in thousands now. I do know that many patients would have known comforting quiet presence with Pat's help. Boys and Girls Club, Junior Men's Club, Visiting Historical Society, and what else now. I make eating a cookie baking contest with Pat. Every time I talk to her on the phone, she's baking cookies or something, for some club or other. Here's a definition of a true friend. During the last major brush fire we endured in this area, it was announced on TV that Lake San Marcos, where we live, was being evacuated. Our phone rang almost before we could move, and this familiar voice said, "You two, get in your car and come here. You're going to stay with me until this is over." When we arrived at Pat's Alta Vista Drive home, she greeted us by saying, "Now you two sit down and relax for a few minutes. I'll have dinner ready soon." That is the essential Pat Richardson. Her whole life has been spent this way. She said she tries to live as one of her favorite verses says, "Blessed to be blessed." Pat was born to be in a Hall of Fame. I'm just grateful and happy and glad that it's Vista. Thank you.
Come on up, Pat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Richardson. now, please, Danny Villasenor. Danny?
Thank you very much. I'm representing the Villasenor family, and just want to tell you, we're very proud. My mom is so proud to be inducted with all these fine people. Little did she know that all these people we had great experiences with growing up in the community. In the 50s, we came down to visit our aunt and uncle. We always stopped by the tasting trees on the way out. Shortly after that, we were encouraged to buy that business. It was for sale. God's blessed us in many ways. We've been there for 56 years. My mom and dad Chewy worked endless hours. My sister Chris, my sister Lydia and Vicky, we all have that experience of working with their dad Chewy and mom. And mom, you raised us right. You led us through every difficulties. In '84, my dad passed away. And it was very tough for the whole family, and especially my teenage sisters, Lydia and Vicky. But you know what? We're real proud of you. You made it through, and you have some awesome families, and we're very proud of you. All through this time, wonderful people in the community reached out to us. Cautious, John Kosh, and the Boys and Girls Club, Marge Kosh, all the dedication she had. My mom was involved in all kinds, and dad were involved in Lions Club, and all types of clubs from the Vista Community Clinic, everything. It was just an exciting time growing in this community, and we had some great experiences there. But my mom, she always had the visions of bettering her community by going to the Vista Community Clinic, helping with the board. She remarried a few years after to Ray Tejas, and he was a wonderful man. He recently passed away, and so my mom would have been involved in the Vista Community Clinic and also all kinds of different programs. We love to just see how my mom got involved with the Rancho Bohome, with you name it. She was involved in so many different things, because part of having a business is giving back to the community, and she did a wonderful job. And through the years, she's just been a wonderful role model for everybody in our family. We love you so much, Mom. And it's just been a unique experience, because we remember the Adam family next door, the Hancock gas station, and of course the Buy and Save Market later in the Mayfair Market. And I believe it's going to be a microbrewery or restaurant someday. So that building is still safe. The thing that makes Vista special is the weather, but it's the people. And we have a daily vision of seeing all these people and experiences and memories of all the great people that have come through our business. Bob and Pat Richardson, who were just so wonderful to us. We remember the dinners and being invited to their house. So we are just so proud of my mom, because she's the one that led us through everything, through all the difficulties that a business would have, always supported the efforts of all the daughters and their son. And God bless you, and thank you all for coming here to, because we're trying to represent our town in a positive way, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, Delia Villasenor Towers.
One more. Pat's in the picture. Pat. Oh. What I got a microphone is what I got as a picture, is a microphone. Thank you. It wasn't Pat, it was the stick of the microphone. I thought, what are that black things?
Now I have great news for everybody. My tour video, the microphone is over.
And actually, we're turning it over to Spike Harvey right now. He's going to conduct the election of officers.
Okay. Fellow board members, Spike.
Officers, yeah. That's okay.
Again, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Best turnout ever. I thank each and every one of you and the inductees. Now I have a short re-election vote for 4 of our board members who are going off the board and all have requested to stay on the board. Carolyn Shinoda, Diane Andrews, Sharon Lerner, and Chuck. You are hearing motion to accept their own board. Second?
Second.
All in favor? If you say no, you gotta be on the board. All in favor? Opposed? No. Thank you.
That's efficient. I like the way I like this.
Thank you, Spike. Thank you all. You did a wonderful job representing your families and your loved ones, and we appreciate it so much that you're all here to honor them. I know it means a lot to each and every family, and it certainly means a lot to us at the Vista Historical Society. I would like to just give you a brief update on what has been going on at the museum. I'm so proud to tell you some of the amazing things that have been happening out there in the last year. A lot of things need to be restored. We are dealing with a adobe home that was built some long time ago. It is the house of the museum. The museum is housing in that adobe. We also had built a very large research building in the back. The house has just had all the windows reglazed and the sills and frames repaired and painted. The large research building was just insulated, drywall installed and painted. This was done by, as Pat mentioned earlier, by a very amazing group of young people from the Vista, the North County Trade Tech High School. But there were 14 of them. We honored them after the job was finished with a breakfast, is what they wanted, and we took them all out to breakfast. It was just so much fun to see these kids and engage with them. This work was all done under the direction of their teacher, Mr. Jim Ogle, and our own Pat Murphy, who made the arrangements with them. The materials for this project was paid for in part by our restoration fund, which was established to help pay for projects such as this. There's so much more that needs to be done and will continue to need to be done so that we can display the many historic treasures of which we are the conservers. Any donation to this fund or obviously to the Vista Historical Society would be greatly appreciated. I'm also so proud to say that the Vista Historical Society grounds have been found to be a beautiful venue for many events. In the last year and this year so far, we've held 6, or will be holding, 6 weddings, 3-4 receptions, 2 class reunions, and several private parties. So please, if you have an event in your future, consider coming out, seeing our beautiful grounds, and talk to our event coordinator, and this is Paula Nix. Paula, you want to raise your hand there? Thank you. She initiated this last year and has been hugely successful.
We're going to be holding another big wedding in what, a couple of days,
Next
right?
Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be, how many people there? It's going to be like over 100 and some people there for this wedding and reception. But anyway, do come and see if you have anything in mind. If your class is going to be holding a reunion, if you need a place to have one fun summer party, we're available. If some of you have never had the opportunity to visit the museum and see all that I've been talking about, this summer we'll give you fun activities to do so. As you saw in your packet, we have coming up our ice cream social, which is going to be held July the 16th. And this year we're featuring some craft vendors also. Our fantastic summer barbecue this year featuring many new and family-friendly activities is going to be on August the 27th. So please take your flyers home so you don't forget, put them on your refrigerator door or wherever, and we look forward to seeing you there. Remember, we love visitors out at the museum, so please come and see us at 2317 Old Foothill Drive, Wednesday through Friday, and this first 2 Saturdays of the month. We're open from 10 until 2:30, and we would love to see you all there. Lastly, a huge thank you to my board. Will you all please stand that have been on the board with me this year? Please stand up, board members. Chuck, Spike, Michelle, Pat, Janice, Sandy, Diane. You've all worked so hard to accomplish so much. I won't single out any one person. You all are amazing. And a big thanks to my executive director, Jack Lawrence. Again, thank you all for coming. I hope we will see you at the museum this summer. And enjoy the rest of the little bit of time that you have. And also don't forget our gift table over here. If you want to check it out, some of the interesting things we have. So thank you very much.